For what it's worth, Carson Hocevar's quote after the race was that he choked.
What do you mean?
He had. I guess he saw himself having an opportunity to win, and he blew it.
I would say he didn't choke, though. That's the wrong word.
No,
choke means that
he
you
never had the
it.
lead. Yeah, I didn't see an opportunity for him to win the race. Even that is, I don't understand his reality there. Is that I never saw an opportunity where it's like, oh my God, this is Carson's race to win.
Now, he did say, there was in the interview, he did say, like, I haven't seen the video, but like, yeah, probably I did mess up. Like, so there is some quotes of him owning his mistake with Bell. But yeah,
I guess he did start on the front row after that.
True.
Yeah, but but he never was in position to win the race. Just because you started on the front row, it doesn't mean you get the push. It doesn't mean you got clear. That wasn't your race to win unless you had the lead at some point and then made a move that made it to where you didn't win. Does that make any sense? He just was in the mix, but it wasn't. Choking means that you made some sort of decision that kept you from winning.
I guess this transitions perfectly into that next lap where, the outside lines come with a run, right? Bubba moves up to try and block the move.
Yeah. And went too far. Yeah. If you look kind of as a straight on view, Bubba shifted lanes and listen, it's easy for us to say here on Monday after we know how it all happens, what to do. And every driver, including Bubba, would have said, I'm going to go ahead and stay on the bottom. He thought in the moment because, listen, he had been controlling both lanes throughout the whole second half of that race. So more than likely, and I'm going to speak as a podcaster trying to let you guys know that are listening. If I'm Bubba, here's what I'm thinking. Here's why I'm making that move. I see the 77 coming. I'm thinking, okay, he's pinned in beside the 45, so he can't go anywhere except for if he wants to try to pass me, he's going to have to go high. So he's pinned. So I'm going to go up there, take his run, probably get hit by him. It's going to push me out, and then I'm going to go right back down to the bottom. So I'm going to just make sure he never gets beside me so I don't have that 50-50 shot racing to the flag. I want to just control both lanes. The downside is that when he moved up, you could see he went from below the first dotted line on the bottom to actually left sides right at it or above it. And now you've left the middle. And it was just for a split second so open that Carson was, we saw the restart before. He's going to take a hole that's not there, much less one that's pretty much there. So I wouldn't have counted on him pushing you. I think that he was going to do everything he could, and everything he could and everything that he couldn't do to win. And so it just was a risky move pulling up in front of him, knowing that the likelihood of him pushing you out is low. But I think what Bubba's thinking is that he's pinned by the 45. I don't think he realized how much space was between the 45 and the 77 side to side. And so when he pulled up, the 77 had just too much of a gap there that he could hit, and it shoved him out.
If he stays in front of Tyler, though, 1-2, is Hocevar going to be able to even make that run and get around him? Because they were talking about how, like, the second place car controls.
Let's think about it. So more than likely what happens is it comes down to whoever gets the push down the front straightaway. So if he doesn't pull up in front of the 77 does get to Bubba's right rear. He now gets beside him. We enter turn 3. Both of them are going to be wide open. They're going to stay side by side. Then it's going to be a matter of which car in the second lane gets through 3 and 4 the best. Because when you come off turn 4, then it's a battle of who gets the bump first down the front straightaway. Is it Tyler pushing Bubba, or is it who was up there behind Carson.
Was it Ross?
It was Briscoe, wasn't it?
I'm not sure, but it was going to be a battle over who was going to be closer. So again, but I think Bubba didn't want to put himself in that 50-50 chance of, I'm going to be side by side on this final lap. It's going to be one of the two of us. I think he was just trying to ensure that Carson never got beside him. I think he would have done it no matter who was having that run up top. Bubba had made that move 100 times before in the last half of that race, and it had worked, but it, just barely overshot the middle there and went a little too high to give too much of a gap.
Do you have to take into account that guy that you're moving up to block on, if you overshoot it just a little bit, he's also going to make a hole?
Yeah, which was my point, is that he shot a hole that wasn't even there in the previous restart, so you got to expect something,
But also, do you think that's part in Bubba's mindset here? He's like, I just got to keep this guy behind me at all costs. I do not want him side by side with me.
I think you're probably safer with Carson when he's beside you than behind you. And plus, you're in the bottom lane, so you're actually in the leverage spot. When it comes to aerodynamics of this car, I think you would certainly choose to be the bottom car versus the top. Now, the top will have the most momentum,
Right.
usually off of turn 4 because of the banking. But if it comes down to who's going to crowd who, Bubba's in a more powerful spot by being on the bottom.
So just stick to the bottom here in hindsight.
In hindsight, but he had a 0.2 of a second to decide, and we had 12 hours or 15 hours
And a bunch of camera
and a
replays.
bunch of camera angles.
The decisions are easy to make on my couch on Sunday.